Silverbird Man of the Year and special honors. Live from the iconic Echo Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. An evening of wonder, honoring excellence, celebrating greatness. Tonight, history continues. Commanding, respected, globally seasoned, a man whose voice has carried stories across continents. For 34 remarkable years, he has shaped journalism, 19 of those as senior presenter on BBC World News and BBC World Service Radio. The face of focus on Africa, the interviewer of presidents, the voice trusted by millions. Now, editorial lead at Front Page Media Support Services. Distinguished, authoritative, unmatched. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Obu-Okwoche. Dynamic, electrifying, purpose-driven, a multi-award-winning broadcaster, an international event compere, a media entrepreneur transforming lives through the Victory Wilson Show and the Victory Wilson Foundation.
Obala Media Adeyemi III, destiny arrived early and remained steadfast for 52 defining years. His reign was not remarkably merely for its length, but for its depth. In an age where tradition was often treated as ornament, the Alaafin insisted it remained a compass. The Yoruba proverb says, "The tall tree does not grow in a day, but rather over time." Ascending the throne in 1970, Oba Adeyemi understood that leadership in a modern nation demanded more than ceremony. It required scholarship, it required courage, and above all, it required memory. He transformed the Oyo Palace into a living institution of learning, welcoming historians, artists, diplomats, thinkers from across the world. There, culture was not thrown in ritual. It was interrogated, explained, and passed forward.
The politician Nigeria introduced a new dynamic into the status, control, and administration of justice institutions. You see, as a very good ground to boil up their chance for political control of the machinery of public.
They say a people without history are easily ruled, but those who know their past can shape their future. The Alaafin spoke often, firmly, calmly about identity, governance, and nationhood. He reminded Nigeria that progress divorced from culture is fragile and could easily break. And that tradition, when properly understood, is not resistance to change, but it's a moral anchor. He wore the past like a garment and the future like a promise, standing between centuries, guarding the soul of the Yoruba nation. In moments of national tension, his voice carried weight, not because it was loud, but because it was informed. He led not by fear, but by earned respect, through knowledge, consistency, and restraint. As the drums become quiet and the crown rests, the institution remains, because kings may pass, but wisdom, once rooted, does not die. For being a custodian of culture and enduring traditional leadership, the late Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Adeyemi III, is bestowed with the 2025 Silverbird Posthumous Award.
Please, another round of applause for Oba Lamidi Adeyemi. Ladies and gentlemen, to present this award, please welcome Princess Yemisi Adeaga.
A round of applause for Prince Yemisi Adeaga as he comes up stage to present the first posthumous award. Thank you.
Yes, okay.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how this was constructed, but I know that the organizers of this program should have done their research in all ramifications. Linking me, who had been a cultural leader in my community in Ibadan, to the Alaafin of Oyo, who is never dead, is always on the rooftop. And the president of the Nigerian Red Cross Society, possibly because they knew we were once in the palace, the KBSC made us to know the impact and relevance of Red Cross to culture. It drew it from the milk and honey of the history of Yoruba land, and those that perform such functions that relate to first aid and community service. It was an interesting situation. I know that this legacy of Akabiesi, may the will of God continue to abide with him. Please join me first to say, Kabiesi o, Kabiesi o, Kabiesi o. God bless his spirit for being a source of knowledge, of culture, of public accountability, and an inspiration to everyone. Ever a nation builder. On behalf of Siba Productions, we present this to you in recognition of Baba's legacy. I'm praying that all of us, because I'm part of them, any Yoruba man is Baba's son, that all of us will continue to live in his legacies and continue to promote his goodwill. Congratulations.
That speech. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure and honor that I stand here today on behalf of my younger sibling here present and the entire royal family of the late Obalamidi Olaiwola and the Yemi III, they are alive here for you to receive this award bestowed on our father. When our father was alive, he contributed immensely to the development and upliftment of traditional institutions. He brought dignity, prestige, honor, respect, and glamour to the highly revived throne of the Alaafin of Oyo and the traditional institution in general. He was fearless, bold, courageous, embodiment and epitome of wisdom. A powerhouse, intellectual powerhouse, with deep knowledge of Yoruba history, custom, and tradition. He was an embodiment and a paragon of our cultural heritage. No doubt about it, our late father was a charismatic traditional ruler. Olaiwola mi atonda oye, Olaiwola mi atonda, Oma lowo lodu láàfin o, ẹyọ Oma lowo lodu láàfin o, ẹyọ. I'm sure our father is happy up there that is being honored this today with this wonderful award. I thank Silver Ball Promotion for this wonderful award, and I pray that we all leave worthy legacy on this side of time. Thank you.
Excellencies, the Governor of Cross River State, Governor Otto, the Governor of Plateau State, Dr. Mufan, the Minister of Aviation, the President of Silverbird, is my honor to make this presentation to one of Nigeria's greatest. Chief Dr. Edwin Kagbero Clark was a distinguished Nigerian educationist, an administrator, a lawyer by conviction. He believed in one Nigeria. He built bridges, alliances with the Afani Ferry, the South-South, the Igbo group, the Arewa, Ohanese. And he was a man that believed that truth should be speaking to power. He was the voice of the voiceless. He spoke for all of us. Today, he is no more. But one of his greatest legacies was his belief in democracy, his belief in equality, justice, environmental justice. As chairman of the Niger Delta Forum, he championed the cause of the Niger Delta, the cause of the minorities. In short, he was a Nigerian who spoke for all. Today, as we honor his legacy, let us remember that he was a man of conscience. In fact, he was a Nigerian conscience. So on behalf of Silverbird, I have the distinct honor to present this award to you in honoring this great man who served our nation profoundly. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to thank Silverbird Productions under the leadership of Senator Ben Murray Bruce. We are very happy, very grateful that this honor has been done to our father. All of us in this room can attest to the fact that Chief Dr. Senator Ike Clark, OFROCON, was the father of Nigeria. He stood for all Nigerians. He stood for justice, he stood for equity, and he stood for fair play. I want to thank Silverbird Productions for remembering him just a year after his passing. We are grateful. He was a fearless man. He taught us how to be humble, how to be firm, how to stand for the truth. And this is what he did throughout his lifetime. He stood for the people of the Ijaw extraction. He stood for the people of the Niger Delta. He stood for the people of Nigeria. He's forever remembered by all Nigerians for the best he did during his lifetime. Thank you very much. I'm here today to receive this award on behalf of my family, the great Begarimo family of Kabu in Roto local government, with my brother here, the son of Professor J.P. Clark. We're indeed very grateful for this honor. Thank you and God bless.
Your Excellencies here present, Honorable Ministers here present, Chairman of Silverbird, high-profile individuals, ladies and gentlemen. I must say that it is indeed an honor for me being given this opportunity and privilege to present this award to a great man, to a business leader, indeed our own leader. He lived, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyama Ahejagamba lived and died in active service of Igbo race. He was the President General of Ohanese at the point God called him. On behalf of Silverbird Group, I present this award to the daughter of Chief Emmanuel Iwanyama Ahejagamba. Thank you very much.
distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me quite a great honor to stand here to receive this award on behalf of my late father. The documentary says it all. My father came, he saw, he conquered. There was no fear of business he did not go into. Is it banking? Is it aviation? Is it engineering? He had a passion for the youth. Therefore, he trained over 10,000 people. You know, and that's really quite something he was passionate about, nation building. Thank you so much, Silverbird. I know what will please Ahejagamba because I know that he's somewhere up there. You know, hearing us because we believe those that are gone are spirits. Our spirits do here. You know, so I'm happy to receive this award. I thank the chairman, the board, and the directorate of Silverbird. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate this. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with my governor, the governor of Plateau State, the governor of Cross River State, the chairman of Silverbird. I will also mention one of Solomon Land's contemporaries, Chief Shegun Oshoba. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we stand as part of the families of Chief Solomon Land. I won't say direct children, but we are remnants, part of the remnants of his grandchildren, both in politics, in business, and in every social life. I saw people talking about unity of Nigeria. Each time anybody was talking about the unity of Nigeria, the last hand was reached Plateau State. And the only place you meet when you want unity of Plateau State is when you shake hands with Chief Solomon Land. In politics, all of us knew when we were growing that if we want to have a very peaceful election in Nigeria, you must go and visit Chief Solomon Land. He produced the Abiolas. He produced, I don't want to count the rest. He produced Ambassador. And even in that, Chief Land produced our current president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you.
So on behalf of the great people, on behalf of his families, on behalf of all that has stands for in Nigeria, we are only a segment representing them. You can see here, all North Central, the whole of Middle Belt is here, representing the entire family of Solomon Land. So,
congratulations, sir. We're so sorry we have to stop you at this time. Thank you so much. Please a round of applause for the representatives of Solomon Land. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm also here with the former Deputy Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Speakers. Thank you, Chairman. So our last ball.
Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much for honoring Daddy. God bless.
0490. Kindly come on stage. This is yours.
Just and the fourth person for tonight is ZA0532. That's ZA0532.
Okay. We see you running up. Confirm his
Remember, 500,000 naira. It's all for grabs.
ZA0490. ZA0637.
You have this from KE0406.
Where is the fourth person?
One more person, right?
All right. In the absence of that person, we'll draw one more ticket. One more ticket. ZA0202. Are you in the hall? ZA0202. Anybody? It's 500,000 naira. ZA0202.
Trailblazer Award on behalf of the Silverbird Group and the Silverbird Man of the Year Award to none other than my brother, friend, ancestor. He started this thing before me and he looks the same. Ayo Makum. Congratulations, brother.
Good book says the race is not only to the swift, neither the battle for the strong, but time and chance happens to them all. So I want to say this is my time, and I'm taking all the chances that are available. This is a good time to say thank you for this prestigious award. Uncle Ben, I see you. You've always been there doing all the nudging and prodding, supporting, encouraging, and making me feel bigger, even larger than life with all the encouragement. And I want to say thank you to you, the entire Silverbird Group. And for me, this is just another feather to the growing cap. So thank you very much, and God bless you real good. And of course, to all my fans, everyone that has supported the AY brand. Yes, we're coming back to Eco Hotel this year. April 5th is usually going to be the sold out show. Come on the 5th of April. We're going to do this together. So thank you, my younger brothers in here. I want to say thank you for all the love and support. God bless you all real good. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Abubakar Kendi, the Secretary General of the National Society. On behalf of the Silverbird Group, we have the pleasure and honor to present this presidential award.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, all the governors here present, distinguished senators in the room, members of the National Assembly and State Assembly here present, honorable ministers here with us, the chairman and founder of Silverbird Nigeria, Uncle Senator Ben Bruce, all the members and staff of Silverbird Nigeria. I want to especially thank all of you for this great honor. It's very humbling, like the documentary said, coming from Aba, the bustling city of Aba, to share this prestigious stage with very distinguished Nigerians is very humbling, and I think this is, for me, is a charge to do more. All that we have done in the past 18 years in providing free and modern education to indigent children in my community today has proven that it wasn't a mistake. So I am very honored, I am very humbled, and I want to thank everyone that is here in this room, especially my family and friends that have come to join me to receive this great award. Also, finally, I want to say a very special thank you to my dear wife, who has always been there with me through it all. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again to the Silverbird Trailblazer, Dr. Chimobi Desmond Ayonso. Here's another round of applause for him as he leaves the stage. Thank you.
It's now time for our second raffle draw. We've got 4 more winners of 500,000 Naira coming up.
Yes. So please get your raffle tickets ready as we bring Faith and Sugar back up stage.
We don't just tell stories, we listen.
Because television isn't about cameras and lights, it's about people. The smiles, the tears, the victories, the everyday lives that inspire us all. From our studios to your homes, we're not just on your screen, we're part of your life. Silverbird Television. It's about entertainment and more.
On behalf of the board and management of the service, we want to congratulate our elder brother, our father and mentor, Prince Bassey Ochi. The records are there, very clear. He has changed the fortunes of the states in terms of financial accountability, which is the area in which I belong. He has been able to build a system where accountability is the watchword. In terms of development, he has done a lot, road constructions. The state capital has gotten a new change. In fact, the last Carnival 2025 was something that all of us are proud of. In terms of people, in terms of employment of the civil servants, in terms of human resources, in terms of payment of arrears of pension, he has changed the fortunes of prosperity. My prayer for him is God will give him long life. Not just long life, God will give him good health. And God will bless his family and all of us that are working sincerely toward the development of the states. I'll say congratulations to our brother, congratulations to our mentor.
Tonight, we proudly honor Joke Silva. Please take a look.
They define the standard. For over 4 decades, Joke Silva has stood as one of Nigeria's finest, a legendary actress, a director, educator, and a true matriarch of the screen and stage. Born on September 29, 1961 in Lagos, Joke Silva's journey began with strong foundations raised in a distinguished home, shaped by discipline, education, and culture. She studied English at the University of Lagos and refined her craft professionally at the Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art in London.
We sent by the devil of something. I hold a respectable birthday.
From the early 1990s, she emerged as a performer of rare versatility, moving effortlessly between English and Yoruba productions. Films like Violated, Women's Court, and White Waters showcased a woman who could carry emotion, strength, and truth in a single scene. Her excellence has been recognized at the highest levels. Joke Silva is a multiple award winner at the African Movie Academy Awards, winning Best Actress in a Leading Role, and earning Best Supporting Actress honors across different years of her career. In 2014, she was also conferred with the National Order, member of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But her legacy is bigger than awards. With a helping veteran actor Utica, she co-founded the Lufodo Group, building a platform for production, distribution, and professional training. Through the Lufodo Academy of Performing Arts,
we have an understanding of the pressures of the business, but we're also both family-oriented and protect the family unit and protect each other.
She has helped raise a new generation of actors and creators, strengthening the industry from the inside. Since 2022, her work has also helped revive Nigeria's oldest theatre space, the historic Glover Memorial Hall in Lagos, sparking a renewed theatre culture through major productions, training, and creative innovation. Beyond performances, she remains a voice of advocacy, standing for human dignity, women empowerment, and awareness for families navigating dementia. Through strength, grace, and service, she continues to inspire a continent. For 4 decades of unforgettable performances, for building institutions that train the future, and for carrying Nigerian art with excellence, courage, and class, Joke Silva is the recipient of the 2025 Silverbird Lifetime Achievement Award.
gentlemen, it is my rare privilege and honor to present this Lifetime Achievement Award to the legendary, the icon, a wife, a mother, and a grandmother, Mrs. Joke Sil.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow storytellers, friends of the arts, thank you. This Lifetime Achievement Award humbles me, and I feel highly honored. But it's not an end point, but a bridge to tomorrow. For roughly 4.5 decades, I've lived the power of stories on stage, on screen, and in quiet moments contributing to shaping our nation's soul. But tonight, I accept this not just for myself, but for every unsung storyteller, writer, performer who dares to mirror our truths. Our storytelling industry, film, theater, music, fashion, visual arts, should be Nigeria's soft power. We export our culture to the world while healing divides at home, yet we gasp for breath. We need corporate Nigeria. We need the business community to step forward as true partners, not spectators. Invest boldly in content creation. Build sustainable infrastructure. Amplify distribution and impact measurement. Corporate Nigeria, you thrive on innovation. We thrive on imagination. Together, we can make Nigeria Africa's cultural hub, exporting trillions in content by 2030. This award charges me to keep telling truths. I charge you. Fund the dreamers. Let our industry become a true soft power. And I would like to dedicate this incredible, amazing award. Thank you, my brother, Ben Bruce. I'd like to dedicate it to the one and only and always, Olu Jacobs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies. It is an incredible honor to present this award tonight to Mr. Mitchell Elegba. It's very, very inspiring for me because he not only has created a legacy in his business, but he's also created a digital financial ecosystem that has changed the way Africa connects and transacts and has empowered businesses and enabled commerce. So it is my honor to congratulate you, sir, and thank you for your pioneering spirit.
Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers here present, distinguished senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First, I'd like to thank the Silverbird Group, the founder and staff of Silverbird, for the excellent work they have done the last 20 years in organizing such a wonderful event. 23 years ago, a group of young Nigerians
with no experience in banking, never worked in banking before, with no experience in payment, felt we could do something about a very simple social problem we have in Nigeria. The notion that you work hard for your money, and when you want that money, you need to queue up in a bank, collect tally numbers, did not make sense to us. So with no experience and a strong belief that problems are local and therefore solutions should be local, a group of young Nigerians trained here decided to fix that problem. Today, the Nigerian payment system is one of the most advanced in the world. This is the country where you do a transaction, immediately the recipient gets value and begins to spend. This is an ecosystem that has grown to create jobs and brought a lot of foreign direct investment into the country. So today, as I stand before you, I would like to receive this award not as Michelle Elegbe, but for the over 1,600 staff of InterSwitch that have worked tirelessly, some of them for 23 years, to make sure that this dream remains and that a lot of young Nigerians can get inspiration from our experience and from what we have done. Today I'd like to thank my friends and colleagues who thought it fit to come here today to receive this honor on our behalf. And especially my wife, Mercy, who believed in me from the very first year in University of Benin, when we were still dreaming dreams. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Most times, what we not realize is that sometimes as men, we need a very strong arm of a lady beside us to calm us from the storms that we experience in everyday life. So on behalf of the International team, I'd like to thank Silverbird again for this wonderful opportunity. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again, Michelle Elegbe. Congratulations.
God's hand is in this award. I just came back from the UK some hours ago. I had gone to pay homage to my benefactor, Sir Kensington Adebutu in London, in his home there, West London, by the way. And I kept telling him about how good Air Peace was, and I never knew you could do that internationally. He said the man to praise is Festus Keyamo. That was what Sir Kensington said yesterday, some hours ago now. He kept it, there's nothing you didn't say about you, Festus. It was you that opened the whole place for Nigerians to fly. May God bless you. Let me congratulate you, Mr. Senator Ben Murray Bruce. There's something you do that I like so much. I've said it everywhere, but I'll say it to you. Your inclusive approach. You take all your friends along. I also was the recipient 2018 here on this same rostrum here. But ladies and gentlemen, the thing we're talking about now is Mr. Festus Keyamo. I like to call him the man of the moment, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Allow me to recognize those who are already been recognized here tonight. You know, public office is such a thankless job because of the trust deficits that exist between the people and government. When you get such an award, it helps to encourage you that somewhere, somehow, some people are watching, and it's a huge, encouragement. And it helps to bring the lamb from under the bushel on top of the table. So thank you so much, Silverbird Communications. Like I said in the promo, I coveted this for so many years. But finally, it's right in my hands. I'm going to put it in a glass cage on top of my mantelpiece at home. Thank you so much. But let me use this opportunity to have a huge team behind me here that make me look good. To thank my team, the MD of FAN, the DG of the Safety Investigation Bureau, NAMA, the NCAA, the Flying School, the university, all the 7 agencies that I supervise, they actually do all the hard work. I'm just a policy maker and I sit pretty in my office. So they make me look good. Thank you, all of you. And Ben Bruce, please permit me, I'm going to use this platform to apologize to Nigerians for all the gridlock we face today across the country, all the gates of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. Today we went cashless. It was the policy of this government that we are going to eliminate collecting cash at our toll gates. It has been done for so many years. No government achieved it. I mean, removing us from this cash, this payment of cash. The president gave us an ultimatum, but today we went cashless at all the fan gates. And we have been announcing it before now. Go and get your card, your fan cards, so that when you get through the gates, you just press and then the barrier opens and you pass through. If you go to any fan gate and you want to pay cash, I'm sorry, you're going to experience embarrassment and gridlock. Nobody's going to allow you to pass through. So it's an opportunity for me to apologize to Nigerians what we experienced today. But please know that we have gone cashless and go and collect your cards, your fan cards, so that we can raise revenue, optimize revenue for government. God bless you and thank all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service and your leadership. Congratulations once again, Minister Festus Keyamo.
We must not try to hurt each other's chances. If you were destined to win, you will win.
Nigeria always took a principled position to fight for African unity.
We must spend more money on education. Right now we have a choice. We either buy books or we buy bombs. We either buy books or we buy bullets.
Fight for your own kind. Support your people.
You cannot be great doing the same things you did 50 years ago.
We are citizens of Nigeria and we have a higher calling than just to get a job.
When you seek public office, you go out there to take care of the least of us.
I am somebody. I may be black, I may be poor, I may be uneducated, but I am somebody.
25 years ago, President Obasanjo, he was president of Nigeria, and I was Director General of NTA, and I worked for the president. One day I was driving home, and the earth was shaking. There was a lot of confusion. Nobody knew what had happened, but the earth was shaking. There were explosions everywhere. I got to Victoria Island. People said to me there was a military coup. I wasn't sure. There's nobody to talk to. I picked up the phone. I tried to call President Obasanjo. They wouldn't connect me to him. I tried to call the Vice President, Atiku Abubakar. He was in Yola. There was no connection. Then I called the Minister of Information, Professor Jerry Gana. I said, Prof, we have a problem in Lagos. There is no communication. People are scared. The explosions everywhere, it sounded like bombs. The earth was shaking. Windows were breaking. We need to know what's going on. He said to me, I'm going to go see the Minister of Defense, General Danjuma, and I will call you back. I waited. I didn't get a call. Then I told my SA, go to NTA, tell whoever is on duty to open the phone lines and let Nigerians call so we can find out what was happening in the country. When he got there, the newscaster on duty said, tell the DJ I am not going to go on the air. And he said, why? He said, the last time I was on the air, there was a military coup. They made me lay down on the floor for 2 days with a gun to my head. So I'm going home. So now NTA could not provide any information for the country. So I called my radio station, Rhythm. I said, please stay on the air, open the phone lines, let us find out what's going on in the country. If there's a military coup, we need to know so we can react. He was on the air for 10 minutes and he went off the air. We were that way for maybe 5-6 hours. And then at about 7 o'clock, Governor Bola Tinubu and his lovely wife came on to the station. They sat beside me and he said he wanted to go on the air. And he did. And I remember what he said.
He said, and I quote, "All democratic institutions are in place. There isn't a military coup. There was a bomb blast in the Ikeja cantonment, but for 5 hours, we had no information, and it was my job to provide information to the country." Now, today I want to talk about destiny. Those of the people who were at the cantonment, when the bombs went off, if they ran to the canal, they died. If they ran in the opposite direction, they lived. Destiny. Now, 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from the villa. They said President Obasanjo was coming to Lagos. Would I get a reporter to meet him at the cantonment? At 3 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't get anybody. So I went to the cantonment to meet President Obasanjo. I held the microphone when he did the interview. At that point in time, I really thought the worst was over. Now, 6 months later, I was watching television, and I saw an advert. And the advert said, Michael Jackson was celebrating 30 years in the entertainment industry in Madison Square Garden, New York. I got my wife, my kids, and I said, okay, I've not seen Michael in a long time. I'm going to go to New York to watch Michael Jackson. At this time, this was
Michael Jackson was born in Gary, Indiana on August 29, 1958. Now, 30 years after his first solo single, Got to Be There, Michael always seems to be starting something.
This was September 10, 2011. On that day, Michael was performing at Madison Square Garden at 7 o'clock in the evening. At 2 o'clock, I had a meeting at the World Trade Center building on the 89th floor with a friend of mine called Albert. I went to see him. He said, "Ben, I'm glad to see you. What are you doing here?" I said, "I came to see Michael," and my family was there. He said, "Okay, tomorrow morning, at 8 o'clock, let's have breakfast on the 97th floor." I said, "Okay." That evening, before we got in, it was so difficult to get into the World Trade Center building. The security was something else. They had to take your picture, check your ID, search you. And I said to the guy, I said, "Why is it so difficult to get into the World Trade Center building?" He said, 5 years ago, they tried to blow up this place. I said, okay. So, September 10th, Madison Square Garden, we saw Michael Jackson. It was a heck of a show. The next morning, I couldn't get out of bed. So I went downstairs to a restaurant to have my breakfast. And this is very unusual. There was a TV set at the restaurant. And I was having breakfast, I put on the TV, and I saw a plane hit the building. I had no idea why. I thought somebody made a mistake, and then I saw the second one. When it happened, I started walking down the streets in Manhattan. Shopkeepers were shutting down the stores, everybody was leaving. It's like I was relieving the bomb blast in Lagos 6 months earlier. I saw fear in the eyes of Americans. Then I was thinking, for the past 100 years, Americans always fought wars in other people's country, never in their country. They were scared, shops were shutting down, everybody was leaving Manhattan. By 5 o'clock that day, Manhattan was deserted. I started walking towards the World Trade Center building. I couldn't see and I couldn't breathe. There was soup all over the place. It was a horrible day. By 7 o'clock, I went to 5th Avenue. There was not a car, there was not a bicycle, there was nobody out there, it was deserted. I said, wow. We were stuck there for 5 days. 5 days. Now, for those of you who know Manhattan, there's an island. Food is brought in every day. The only food we had was from fast food restaurants. All the restaurants were shut down. And it was deserted. 5 days later, we revalidated our tickets. I did not know Festus Keyamo at the time. I could have called him to get me a ticket to Nigeria. Anyway, 5 days later, we flew back to Nigeria. When we got back, I said to myself, Albert, my friend, let me call him and find out what happened. So I called Albert. I said, Albert, I'm sorry I haven't called you. I'm not sure if you're alive or dead. Tell me what happened. He said, at exactly 8:36, the plane hit his floor, the 89th floor. There were 2 tenants on the floor. He, an agent for cargo, and an insurance company. Everybody working for the insurance company died instantly. But nobody died on his floor. So his uncle and 6 of them, they were like, there's the fly here doing something, driving me nuts. Anyway, nobody died. But he said to me, the announcement on the building, they said, don't use the elevator. You couldn't anyway. And the building, the exit doors locked automatically. So you couldn't get out of the building. Nobody designed the World Trade Center building for a plane crash into the building. So people were stuck. So he said his uncle, at about 9:15, the janitor came from the 40th floor to the 89th floor and opened the door. When they opened the door, the 6 of them started coming downstairs. The janitor went from floor to floor, opening the door. Time was not on his side. Now, the topic today is called destiny. Remember, if you ran into the canal, you died. If you ran in the opposite direction, you lived. Anybody from the 90th floor to the 110th floor had 2 options. You died in the heat, or you jumped out of the window and had 3 seconds of fresh air and you died. You had no choice. If you're on the 89th floor and below, the announcement kept going on and said, stay in the office. Meanwhile, Albert's uncle kept walking downstairs. He was a 70-year-old guy with his friend. They kept walking downstairs. Halfway through, the fire brigade with the hoses were going upstairs. And they said to them, please go back to your office. If you don't go back to your office, we cannot save lives. Go back to your office. Albert's uncle said, I'm from Egypt. I've been through 2 Arab-Israeli wars. I'm not going back to my office. He kept coming down. Some people, when they saw the fire brigade guys, went back to the office and waited. Some people called, the police said, wait. So, my question to you is this. Do you believe in destiny, or can you control your destiny? Albert's uncle came all the way down and kept walking and never looked back. Those who obeyed instructions didn't make it. Those who listened to the fire brigade guys didn't make it. Those who listened to the police didn't make it. All those who came downstairs but decided to hang around, everybody died. When the building collapsed, it took out everybody. Albert's uncle, because of his experience, his instincts, being an Egyptian, he walked for 1 kilometer. At 10:30, the building came down and 3,000 people died. The restaurant I was supposed to be on was about 107th floor. Okay, so I guess I was lucky. Michael Jackson kept me busy and I didn't go to the event. Now, if you believe in destiny, this is for you. If you believe you can control your destiny and you can decide if you live or die, if you're going to become successful or a failure in life, you can read what I've just said differently. I believe as a person, I can choose my destiny and I can control my destiny. But if you're on the 90th floor to the 110th floor,
You can choose how you die, but you die regardless. I've told you 2 stories now. 42 years ago, I was at Solar Records. A man I had just met passed on a week ago. His name is Reverend Jesse Jackson. At Solar Records, he was my partner, Dick Griffin. He owned Shalimar, Lakeside, Whisper, Snoop Dogg, Babyface, and all those acts. And we talked about the 1984 presidential election. Jesse was going to run. African Americans at the time did not want him to run because they felt he would divide the vote, Reagan would come back, and the Democrat could not win the presidential election. So at the meeting, Dick Griffey said, Jesse Jackson, I want to tell you something. I'm going to bring a dictionary. He said,
It's a great pleasure to present this to one of my favorite governors, a nationalist. You can see he's always in green, the Nigerian color, and today his cap is still green, always in green. And unlike other governors, he's in tune with his predecessor, Governor London. I congratulate you. The peace that you are trying to restore in the country, God will progress and give you the energy and success in order to give. Congratulations.
Your Excellencies, my brother, the Governor of Cross River State, and the other representatives of governors who are here, the chairman of the Silverbird Group, distinguished guests who are here tonight, Tonight is indeed a night of honor, not just for me, but for the good, peace-loving people of Plateau State. I'm particularly excited that Plateau State is here tonight, giving me the necessary backup as part of the efforts we are making in providing inclusive governance. Together with me tonight is my predecessor in office, distinguished serving senators, former senators, and other members of the National Assembly, the State House of Assembly led by their Speaker. Together with us tonight are royalty and also leaders of the two faiths that we have on the plateau, both Islamic and Christian clerics. This is to demonstrate the new spirit of the plateau we are building, a state, a plateau that is inclusive, a plateau that is peaceful. Indeed, we have been in the news for the wrong reasons for decades, but by the grace of God, that story is changing. And I assure you that across the Niger, Plateau is the next investment destination. We have tried to ensure that we create the enabling environment for prosperity, for progress, and for development. And we know that that cannot be achieved without a foundation of peace. And the only way peace can be advanced is when the leaders take their destinies into their hands and provide the necessary leadership for the people to follow. That is why today, months ago, we were erstwhile political opponents, but today, we are partners in progress. And I believe across the Niger, and recognizing the little efforts we are putting in, by God's grace, this is only the beginning of the journey for us. We are trusting God that we will do more and better for the good people of our state. I'm particularly honored also that you chose my own father, the great Nigerian statesman and journalist, Chief Segun Oshoba, to present this award to us. We do not take it lightly. On behalf of the good people of Plateau State, I want to say thank you, Silverbird. And by the way, to let you know that Rhythm FM is one of the most listened to on the plateau. We will continue to deepen that partnership and ensure that Plateau State becomes a micro Nigeria that will be a good place for everyone to live and to do business. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless.
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
Now, I can't say more than you all know that I'm a kind of product. 13 of my growing up years started in Canada. Abin da za a ce ma gwamnan shekara takwas ɗinsa a kan gado sai ya yi. Ai mana ta fi mace mana. Shekara 18 ɗinsa a kan gado sai ya yi. Mu kana don duniya mana bayan sa babu da zai taɓa su kan. Mun sa ta ba addu'a. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this. There's no way I'm not going to give my banners and flowers to Kanu, wherever I am. Well, let's congratulate the governor for this fantastic honor. We'll get across to him. Where's the other Insari? Where's the other Insari? Okay, your hands close together. Kanu State, ladies and gentlemen.
Your Excellencies, the
governors of Plateau and Cross River States and other governors that are adequately represented here, our elder statesmen that are here, members of the National Assembly, ministers, and other distinguished personalities that are here, please allow me to rest on the already established protocol. It is a great honor to, on behalf of His Excellency, the People's Governor of Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, to receive the Governor of the Year Award conferred on him by the Silver Bird Group. Let me begin by registering the all-reserve apology of His Excellency Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. He had wanted to be personally here today to grace this occasion and wanted the award by himself. But because of the intervening state-executive matters, he is currently leading a state delegation in Paris, holding international conference on agriculture. So he is unavoidably absent and directed me to extend his gratitude and felicitation to all other recipients and all dignitaries that have gathered here and to wish everybody well. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency wants to express his profound gratitude and appreciation to the Silver Bird Group, especially the chairman, Senator Ben Mary Bruce, and other management and board members of the group for finding him worthy to be honored with this prestigious award. To the Governor, this award is a testament of the collective effort of the good people of Kano State. It is also a conviction that his philosophy of governance, in terms of his belief in Kano First, in terms of his transparent leadership, in terms of his accountable leadership, is yielding result. And the Governor has received this award with deep sense of humility and with renewed fervent culture that will raise the bar of good leadership to the highest level. He is also going to govern in the best interest of the good people of Kano State. He is a man of the people, and he is always people's-oriented in his governorship style and philosophy. Thank you, and thank Silver Bird for this prestigious award. Thank you on behalf of the good Kano State.
Congratulations, Your Excellency, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf.
Good evening, everybody, and I want to adopt the established protocol. Let me start by paying tribute to Senator Ben Murray Bruce and the Silver Bird Group for the international purpose having sustained these awards over the decades. And let me also, I say, and many of us will share that belief that I'm an incurable optimist in the future of Nigeria. And Ben spoke so eloquently about destiny. Imo State started on a very turbulent note when we had insecurity that spread pretty much around the southeast. But it's refreshing to see that the giant strides are being made towards development. And that's what we believe, that with equity, truth, and justice, indeed, a new Nigeria is possible, and we shall achieve it in our lifetime, to the glory of God. Congratulations. And I wish to present this award on behalf of the Silver Bird Group to you for the benefit of your governor, His Excellency Uzodimma, and the people of Imo State. God bless you.
No talk.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my governor, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, I want to say that His Excellency deeply appreciates this award because it is a reflection of the realities on ground in Imo State. In the past 6 years, the prosperity agenda of His Excellency has been on course, and today the fruits are evident. We started with very turbulent insecurity situation. Today, Imo State is one of the safest states in the southeast, if not in Nigeria, because His Excellency has tackled that responsibility head on. Only 2 or 3 weeks ago, His Excellency commissioned Orange Electricity Project, a state-supported electricity generation project, ensuring therefore that Imo State is one of the first states to secure energy sovereignty in Nigeria. This has greatly transformed Imo State and positioned our economy for soaring to very great heights. In terms of roads and so on, the transformation is everywhere. I cannot detain you by listing all this, but I think that this is an award that is well deserved, and His Excellency is very happy, very appreciative. Thank you to the organizers, thank you to everybody that has made this possible. Thank you and God bless you.
That's
But you need to understand, we must be a nation of heroes. We cannot be a nation without heroes. When people seek public office, they seek public office to serve the people. Sometimes it's a thankless job, as explained by the Minister of Aviation. Sometimes you don't understand the pain, the hurt, and the things they go through. Sometimes they have no money, but you judge them by standards that don't exist. We must be a nation where we honor and respect our heroes. You can be a hero, but you have to work hard, you have to want it, you have to have that desire to seek public office. Mr. Bassio too decided to seek public office so he could be governor. And one of the reasons I like him, he's always with his beautiful wife. I asked her how they met. She said she fell in love. And that's wonderful. And he fell in love too. In those days, they used to write letters. Today, he can tell the world what he feels on television. He's a great man. He won the Silverbird Medal of the Year by a landslide. I'm honored and privileged to present this award to him. And I hope those of you watching it on TV, those of you who seek public office to be ministers and governors and presidents and House of Rep members and senators, you learn from the awardees today, living and dead. And remember, if he can make it, you can make it too. Congratulations, sir, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, the Governor of Plateau State, representative of all other governors who are here, permit me to recognize, fortunately I have my father and mother right here in the house. My father in the person of His Excellency Governor Segun Oshoba, and of course my sweetest mommy, distinguished Senator Florence Ita Giwa. Honorable ministers who are here with us, let me recognize all the senators, in fact those from my state are all complete right here. All members of the House of Representatives, I can see all the local government chairmen showing that there's local content in this business that we are doing here. Let me recognize captains of industries, very distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen. I am highly elated. I'm deeply humbled and gratefully honored to receive this award, a prestigious award from no other organization but a foremost media group like Silverbird. I will not accept this award as accolade to my person, but I will see it as a testament of all the suffering, the tireless efforts, the support that all perseverance, our development partners, our friends, both at home and at diaspora, have all put in to take us to where we find ourselves today. I will not pay a lot of respect to my very dedicated team. You've been wonderful because the momentum we've generated is such that our shared vision in a brighter future for Cross River State is well reflected. And I believe that this award is a call to greater duty, because our actions are even going to gain even more visibility and scrutiny to ensure that we truly merited this award. Our promise through the season of sweetness, the People First mandate, and of course the renewed hope agenda. As such that the vision remains the same, as we will continue to build a greater Cross River and Nigeria. We've made strides in all our thematic fields. We've added value. Our economy is now productive. I can assure each and every one, Governor Moktuak has said earlier, that the destination around the Niger is Plateau, and I won't contest that. But the number one destination in terms of investment, tourism and the rest, is Cross River State. Let me recognize for this and thank the Silverbird Management and Group, the Chairman, distinguished Senator Ben Bruce, and of course, all those who have made this happen. I want to give you every assurance that for us, as a state, we will continue to build, strengthen, and do all that we can for a greater Nigeria. I can assure you that you will never regret this award in any way, form, or manner. We appreciate this moment, and all those who have been able to stay through this ceremony up till now. I want to say kudos. Cross River State loves all of you. What we want is we want to see you in Cross River one day. Similarly, we want to also have you in Cross River, so that we can retaliate this honor done us to do. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. I will not forget my wife, who has stood strongly behind me in all this. I believe that one recipient had mentioned, for those who have not enjoyed the benefits of that support, please, I will plead that there's need, when you love your wife, you don't expect and honor. Definitely. The blessings of God will never leave your doors. So for those who have not enjoyed it, just go home, correct some few things, and you see the blessings of God. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Could we clear the stage, please? Could we clear the stage, please? The entourage. We still have one more event to go. We have 3 more million naira to give out. We need to clear the stage, please. Your Excellency's entourage, please clear the stage. Thank you. Appreciate it. You can also clear the stage right.